Google is finally focusing more on profit, with the profit beta.
What is the biggest misconception that people have about Google Ads?
If that whole industry is still leaning on old principles, you can implement new principles, and you can be uh, scaling a company.
You've been trending massively on LinkedIn lately, growing really fast. I'm really curious to learn more about your success there.
And also generative AI, how that helps is also incredible.
If you can pick only one type of post to grow the account, which one would it be? Hello, hope you're doing well. Welcome to another episode of the Growth Hike podcast. Today I'm talking to Adriaan Dekker, who's a PPC expert with deep Google Ads technical knowledge, popular content creator on LinkedIn, and probably the best PPC news source at present. Welcome, Adriaan.
Thanks for having me, Martin. I'm happy to be here, and happy to have an interview or two.
Thank you so much for doing this. Can you please briefly introduce yourself and tell us about your professional background?
Yeah, sure. My name is Adrian. I'm a PPC specialist, freelancer, and also a content creator. Um, yeah, some people might know me from LinkedIn. Some people might know me not yet. But yeah, I'm very active on LinkedIn. I post news about Google Ads and PPC every day, and I also wrap up the news in my newsletter. I have a free newsletter and a paid newsletter. Besides LinkedIn, you can also find me on X, TikTok, YouTube, and I have my own website where I also post news. So yeah, I post a lot of news, but besides that, I'm still active in Google Ads, of course, helping clients, coaching clients, doing setups, doing audits, but also just working on the daily, just improving accounts. So everything with Google Ads, I do.
Yeah, you stay on top of so many things. What are the recent new developments in Google Ads that you like?
More,
Technological.
I would say the Google is finally focusing more on profit, with the profit beta. Also today, I just got in that they're holding an event. I think it's on the 19th of or 21st of July that they're holding a profit event. Yeah, Google is pushing enhanced conversions and the Google tag, but still they were not really into the profit, and they're getting more into that. So that's one good thing, um, that I will see them do even more in the future. And I think this is just the beginning. And also generative AI, how that helps is also incredible. Just make sure that you're using it in your advance and do not fully rely on it yet, but definitely test.
Yeah, shifting towards profit is, I would say, a major change because that's what ultimately matters for businesses. Um, and what are the things that you don't like that they recently did?
The things I don't like that they recently did. Hmm, Let me think about a change that I really did not like. I mean, the changes that you do not like, I think you normally maybe maybe they don't announce those changes, right? So an example is when you're going from a smart bidding strategy, they will just switch on the broad match setting in search, for example, or in a campaign that you are creating, they will nudge you into a higher budget or more inventory. So normally, of course, Google likes to announce changes that they think um, we want to see, and just be positive. And I think they're making also small changes that you don't see, small tests that we don't like to see. So one of that would be the nudge to more broad match with that setting on.
Yeah, broad match and trying to sell all their inventory. I can totally relate and understand like that's driving the cost per clicks up and inflating prices year over year. So I don't think anybody but Google likes that,
Yeah, it's also a bit
and
of the
probably
control.
shareholders.
It's also a bit of the control that they're taking away from you, right? They just want to just give them the assets and they will handle the control. And sometimes I don't want to be nudged towards something. And of course, we as PPC specialists, we know what we're doing. We see those changes, but I just see business owners starting a campaign from day one, zero conversions, PMAX. Then I have a talk with them after maybe 20 days, and they're like, I'm not getting anything. And then I will just ask them, and they tell me, yeah, this was the best campaign. It's saying the system said it to me. And then even they said, yeah, I talked to an account manager, and he said just increase the budget, and you will get conversions. Like that could work. That could work. But when you're just starting without and you do not have conversions or anything else, I don't think that works. So, and Google can nudge you to that way to use the smart bidding directly. I know you need to have at least 30 conversions, but still, the system does not know that you had 30 conversions when you started, and they're still saying, "Oh, you want conversions?" Yeah, of course. Every advertiser wants to focus on conversions, right? But if you don't have the data, you can't do it. And for beginners, yeah, if I was a beginner, I think I would make the same mistakes.
You recently run a poll on LinkedIn about how many conversions do you need to switch to smart bidding. So, and are you in the camp that we need at least 30 conversions still, or we can do well with less conversions for a start?
These are just general rules, right? I've seen it work with less conversions. I've seen campaigns work where you could switch on 20. I've even done an A/B test, and it was like an account had maybe 10 conversions per month. I did an A/B test with manual CPC. I did an A/B test with maximized clicks, and it still won. So this was just a test, and I was like, oh, okay, then if it works, it works, and I'm happy with it. But normally, I would say, yeah, around 30 conversions in 30 days. And then also look at your months, right? If you have one good month and you know that normally you would only have 10, maybe don't implement it or just test it with an A/B test, an experiment.
What do you think are the most exciting upcoming developments
I think
on
generative
Google
AI,
Ads? And what
generative
do we
AI,
need to
sorry,
generative AI in sense of ad copy creation or
yes.
YouTube videos or
Yeah, I think for the creation of better
creatives?
images and videos, creatives. Yeah, I think Google is selling that extra inventory. YouTube is growing a lot. They want to compete with TikTok, of course, even with the YouTube Shorts. And I think generative AI is just perfect to get better creatives, right? Even for small companies, it's just the cost is going down to create those creatives, and it's the advertisers need to learn how to use those creatives and write good prompts. But I think that's just that fits the extra inventory well, the generative AI.
Okay, and what's your experience with generative AI in sense of driving actual results? How does it compare to using creatives that are created by humans?
So first of all, it's just a time difference. You can work really quick. You can get quick IDs, right? So even in the time that you put in a campaign or creating a campaign, it's just you can do it quicker, right? And that means that it can cost less for an advertiser to start a campaign. And then it's just helps me with IDs, right? It's not that I just copy paste it. It's just which hooks are you using, and still the outcome still depends on what you put into the system, right? With the prompts and even how smart the system is. And sometimes the system does maybe not have the right data or knows something not that you are knowing. So just always check. And I've seen good results, but it's hard to say that I've done an A/B test with only AI headlines and only human headlines. I've not done that, but maybe I will do that in the future.
Let's back up a little bit. What is the biggest misconception that people have about Google Ads that you see?
that it works for everybody, that you can just put €1 in and the next day you will have profit, right? This is the thing. Everybody talks about, oh yeah, but Google Ads, you can just put it on, right? But that does not mean that you have profit directly. It could even be the same with search engine optimization. That also takes some time to score high, and the same can apply to Google Ads. If you're starting an account to get some profit, it can take some time. You need to test things. Yeah, so I think a lot of people think that everybody is making profit, and we hear about all those great cases on LinkedIn and other channels, but it can be hard, and you need to sometimes really test a lot of things to see what's working, which products are working, why are my products selling, why are other products not selling. So it's not and it's not for everybody, right? I myself am a freelancer and I don't use Google Ads, so I don't think it fits my company well at the moment. So I think LinkedIn is a better platform, so that's why I'm using it.
Okay, so we're not quite there yet. Just plug in a campaign and make it profitable. What does it take to make it profitable and scale an account?
First of all, the company itself needs to have a good base, a good offer, a good landing page. Normally, I would like to see that the company is already selling products, because if they're already selling products organically, it says that the product is working, right? There is a product market fit. So that's really important. And based on that information, I can start with Google Ads and focus on those products, for example. So basically, it needs to be a good company, a strong brand, have reviews, and you can build further on those things with ads.
Start with the offer,
Yeah, sure.
with a good offer.
Yeah, 100%.
Fantastic. Um, what would you consider your biggest success with Google Ads?
Hmm.
An account or something else?
Yeah, I've done some awesome work for just old fashioned uh, lead generation companies that were just stuck in the old way of doing Google Ads, right? And I just upgraded the whole account to better conversion tracking, broad match, RSAs at that time, just a whole new setup, and created one campaign, and that worked great for that company. To be honest, it worked really well. So that was a good success case where I just switched from the old fashioned way to the new way. Worked perfect for the company. Of course, it depends on the company, also on the keywords, but this was working just fine.
Do you think it's easier to take over a new account and grow it or
Yeah,
start fresh?
that's a good question, to be honest. So I think a new account, because you already have some data on what is working or what is not working, and when you just start an account, you do not know anything, right? You do not have data on what could have worked or what worked. So I think normally an account that already has some data, you can look into that and say, okay, this is not working. We need to do this, or this is working, so we're expanding on this, right? So I think that option.
Yeah, data is so important. Okay, you create lots of educational content and video trainings. You have that in-depth knowledge. What are your favorite tools in your toolbox? Tools in sense of Google Ads tools, PPC tools.
So for e-commerce companies, it's just using profit metrics with the POAS and server side tracking, and then you can even segment the campaigns further out. So that's for e-commerce companies with different margins. That's just gold, right? Still see a lot of companies not using it, and I think, yeah, there's such a big chance to just focus on that part. And like I said before, with Google also focusing more on profit, um, yeah, that's for e-commerce companies so important. And the thing is, if your competitor is using that tool and you are not using, you are just losing, right? Um, so that's one for ecom. And I would say for lead gen, sometimes lead gen is a bit old fashioned. Not always, but I would say just implementing the new things that the e-commerce companies are already using. That world is changing really fast. And um, yeah, I think those. So yeah, basically using the new structures and testing that, right, and also with the website, just saying to companies, right, okay, we need to change this, maybe we need to change that, maybe talk to some CRO guys. How are we going to create a better website or landing page?
What do you mean when you say old-fashioned when it comes to lead gen? Do you mean only search or something else? Manual bidding? Like in what sense old-fashioned?
Old fashioned in the way that they're not really innovating a lot. Some old fashioned companies, right, in the industries that just rely still a lot on offline sales, right? So they're not really seeing the value in increasing their budgets, although that could really work for them. They're still holding on to old tactics, maybe, and I think you can help them a lot. And even if that whole industry is still leaning on old principles, you can implement new principles, and you can be uh, scaling a company because others are not doing it in that industry.
Yeah. Any scripts, any AI tricks that you can recommend?
Yeah, the script from Mike wrote for your performance max campaign to get the channel insights. Search term script from Mike wrote. The script from Profit Metrics or companies like Flowboost, Product Hero, and Channable to segment your PMAX campaign. Use that if you have enough conversions and you can segment your PMAX campaign out. With enough conversions, I mean at least 30 conversions per PMAX campaign. So if you only have one PMAX with 30 products, for example, don't make another one that has zero conversions, for example. You can put those always in a standard shopping campaign, like right. Um, yeah, there are some tools you can use. Optio, that's interesting to automate things and to get a bit more insights. Some insights they are giving are like, okay, so your mobile device is performing worse, and Google will never tell you those things because they only tell you where to scale. They don't tell you where to scale down, right? That's not their job. So a tool like that is very interesting. Um, and yeah, still the feed tools to yeah, make your feed easier, to optimize it. And in Europe, use the CSS tool to get a 20% discount on your shopping campaigns.
CSS.
Yeah, comparison shopping service platform, I think that is. There
Yep.
was a court case
Yeah.
against Google, and if you have a different CSS, you can get a discount of 20% for the shopping clicks.
Yeah. Absolutely. Right. Okay. Now with the emergence of AI and Google wanting to control everything and bring everything under their platform and control, how do you see the role of the campaign manager, the PPC specialist, evolving, say, in the next 5 years?
So,
Will we be still around? Are you worried about the AI stealing our jobs?
no, I'm not worried at all. There will always be work for us. The AI always need input, and somebody always need to control it. Have a look into it. Um, Google is definitely taking away some workload from PPCers, from marketing companies. That means that we get just a different job description, right? And even when yeah, just all the big changes, people are still working, and I don't think we go out of job. I think you need more clients, and to get more clients, you need to be very active, right? And work in your company, but also on your company. That's really important to get a good flow of clients. And I think it's just less time in the account and more time focusing on the client, the offer of the ads account, structure, for example. Yeah, it's just changing, and I think it's better to embrace the change and focus on the future than looking back at the past and being sad or angry about it.
Basically, going back to basics, the old school marketing.
Yeah, you could say that
Can we
maybe a bit.
can we expect more of that instead of
Yeah, thinking about to offer, and I think you can say that's more traditional. Yeah.
You've been trending massively on LinkedIn lately, growing really fast. I'm really curious to learn more about your success there and how did you approach it? When did you actually start it? How many followers do you have at the moment, actually? I know you have ambitious goals.
At the moment, I'm around 80K. Started 2.5 years ago. Just told myself I'm gonna do one post a day. I need more clients, so I needed to do something. So I was still learning a lot about Google Ads, and I was like, okay, I need more clients. I want to learn more. Let me just share my learnings. And I had some experience before at a company where I did lead generation through LinkedIn, and I was like, okay, why not do it for myself? I do not have enough clients. I just lost one client. I only had one left. I was like, okay, if that client leaves me, I do not have any work anymore. So I was like, okay, let's try this for 1 year. If it doesn't work, I will go back to a regular job. No more freelancing for me. And after 2-3 months, it just worked. Got clients, got good feedback. I also found a gap to post about,
Mm.
just all those changes that the big platforms were not posting about. Yeah, and have been doing that since then. Really, just being consistent, showing up every day. Um, it's nothing special. It's just hard work, and you will find ways to grow.
I personally started being active on LinkedIn like beginning of the year. That's about 6 months now, and I'm still sub 2,000 followers. How do I grow my account in 2024? What can you recommend?
Creating content every day, first of all. Like you can grow without creating content every day. You can grow with creating once a week, but I'm the type of guy that's just wants to be consistent and wants to learn and do the really work on it. And I think it can grow faster that way. And I just want to search how fast I can grow. So I would say post every day if you want to grow as fast as possible. Add people, react to people, create content that gets you interaction, free giveaways, polls, memes, personal stories. Just try to add as much value to the platform as you can. Um, yeah, I would say connect with other people, do collabs with other people, create different formats, test with different formats, and just be consistent. Show up every day. Try to create better content, better hooks. Look at people in other areas and how they are growing. Other creators, like fast-growing creators, what are they doing that you are not doing? Um, write about a few subjects. So keep it to a few subjects only. People are following you for those subjects. Um, yeah, make sure to react on other people also so that they react back. I think those are the most important things.
Yeah, lots of value there. Now, everybody is preaching to post every day, once a day, same time. And I've seen you posting multiple times a day, which goes against what everybody recommends, still growing very fast. So, what are your thoughts on content calendars and posting frequency, those things?
Yeah, so maybe posting one times a day is more time efficient. Maybe you get more impressions on one post. But for me, I want total impressions, more total impressions. So I will post more, and I can find content items every day, multiple items. It's so easy now. I started with one time a day. Of course, in the beginning that was hard. I had some evergreen content. I was repurposing content. I still do that. But just if you start, just search for how many times you can post, how many times you have those ideas. I think creating a calendar is great, especially for people who do not want to post every day, maybe, or who are like, okay, I don't have a lot of ideas. But for me, it's really easy. It becomes natural after some time. So that's why I'm posting multiple times a day. But you could also have people that post 5 times a day and then they post for 1 week nothing. I would say to them, just spread it out more. Just see what you can do. Still be motivating yourself maybe to do a bit more, but yeah, just look at what work you can get done.
If you can pick only one type of post to grow the account, which one would it be?
Yeah, the free giveaways every day of the week, but also
The
that the,
giveaways.
but also those posts. To be honest, I see people doing it more and more. Not everybody. Some people don't like it, and I understand that they don't like it. It has pros, it has cons. Some people may say, "Oh, you're lurking for impressions," and on the other side, the more people react, the more people can see it, the more people can profit from it. And it still takes me a lot of time to answer all those reactions. I still help a lot of people. Yeah, and on the other side, it's asking for impressions, right? So some people might think something about it. But still, I post more normal posts than a reaction post. But I would choose those any time of the week. But still, I see some people posting them and it does not work for them, right? So you need to have the right value in the post. And also, if people know you very well, they will comment and think, okay, he knows what he's doing, he shares value, and then they will react. But if they don't know that you share a lot of value, I think they will just not react.
What's the best way people to connect with you, or where people should follow you?
So
Is it LinkedIn?
LinkedIn is the best place. I have X, I have TikTok, I have YouTube. YouTube is just a small channel. I have personal Instagram. I have my own website. And I have my newsletter. I have a paid newsletter where I go deeper into the news, and I have a free newsletter on LinkedIn.
Mm.
So that's where you can basically find me.
Yeah, I'll make sure to link all those in the description.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for doing this, Adrian. It was a pleasure talking to you.
The same. Thanks for having me, Martin.